Hey, 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 what's going on, y'all? I'm excited about today, this afternoon, this evening. That's what really depends on where you're located. This is Danette Moss, business systems and implementation strategist, aka the strategy lady over at Let's Talk Strategies, home of the SaaS Factor, y'all. And you know what? It's a milestone for me. It really truly is. Today is a milestone. Can y'all believe that this is day 40 of the Strategic Leadership Mastery Series? Now, we've been going live for the most part every day. And on the weekend, like today, this is the weekend edition. So sometimes I may go live or sometimes I may do a recording, but this is day 40. And I'm just extremely excited. One, because I'm hanging in there by God's grace, I tell you. But this is a big milestone because to just keep going and not give up when you're tired, that's a big accomplishment. And today we are going to dive into yet another special episode or segment. As always, I think they're all special. We're going to be talking about the power of connections. Thanks, Yolanda. Hey, girl. Thanks for joining. We're going to be talking about the power of connections. I believe that the power of connection is so awesome because, we as CEOs, consultants, coaches, service providers, we oftentimes feel like we got the weight of the world on us, or we're really just kind of rocking this journey solo, right? And understanding the power of connection is something that I truly believe one should truly consider, right? I believe that the beauty of collaboration is nothing but the strength that we really truly need, that strength that we need to continue pushing forward, the strength that we need so that we can keep having that tenacity to show up, to not want to give up as successful female CEOs. Okay. Now, I want to kind of talk about, in my opinion, why joining a group or the importance of joining a group and why I believe joining a group is not just about camaraderie, because I know a lot of people may think that, but in my opinion, it's not. As a business system strategist, aka a business consultant, I truly believe that joining a group is all about having that strategic move, right? I'm all about strategies. Let's talk strategies. It's a strategic move to amplify your success. There's been times, y'all, where the struggle was real and life was lifing. And if I didn't have my other sisters or other groups that I was involved with to help me have that steadfastness, I probably would have given up. I'm just really going to be honest with you. So, to me, in my opinion, being a part of a group is a strategic move that I truly don't believe any of us should be without. Got to put that in there, strategic strategy. So imagine being surrounded by like-minded professionals. I just really went through this awesome 5-day challenge, and I was around some powerhouse people. It was a good 600 or so of us. It was a lot of people. But just that strength and that power of being surrounded by other like-minded professionals, it helped me continue moving through and striving for that end goal in mind. And the group of us that were together, we all had common goals in mind. You know, being around someone who is a millionaire that can help us take the necessary steps to get there. Okay. The person that we were being trained by, and we were in a group, okay, going through this. His lowest training group coaching session is 40,000 an hour. Okay. So can you imagine being in a group with all these people who were all up under this one man who was giving us the things that we needed to push forward and grow our business in a major way, and being around all these other like-minded professionals, what that did for us, what that did for me? Let me tell you, it just gave me the judge that I needed to keep moving forward. And what I loved about that, the power of just that group alone, that it wasn't just about cheering each other on. It was the insights, it was the constructive feedback, and the collaborative efforts that really, really just made this thing a lot more special. So this is why I believe personally that the power of connecting is vitally important, that it is key to your success in business. I mean, that's just my opinion. It is key for female leaders, because again, we wear so many hats, and sometimes we got to know how to kind of navigate a little differently. And we may need some help, some encouragement, but some constructive feedback and all these other things that I just mentioned to really, really help you move forward. And also, honestly, to help you or help relieve that sense of overwhelm that oftentimes we generally will have. If you are just now joining me, I want to welcome you here for joining me here on IG, as well as joining me on LinkedIn, Facebook, X, aka Twitter, and YouTube, and all those other platforms that this is actually streaming on. I do know that, in my opinion, it is a true privilege to have you here because you could be listening to somebody else. So I appreciate you for joining me. Again, my name is Danette Moss, business systems and implementation strategist, aka the strategy lady, over at LetsTalkStrategies.com, where I work with those 6 and 7 figure female CEOs. They're generally consultants, coaches, and some are service providers. I work with them to go from that sense of overwhelmed in their business to putting it on rinse and repeat. I do this using what I call a 4-step framework because I'm all about helping them simplify, automate, systematize, and streamline their business for sustainable growth. I'm all about that. And I believe, in my opinion, we can do this by keeping it simple, that we do not have to overcomplicate things. I'm truly all about that. It's just who I am, what I stand for. And y'all, I remember overcomplicating things or sitting up under people that gave me stuff. And when we got finished, I didn't know which way to go because it was just too much. So I'm all about helping you get to the end goal in mind. I'm helping you to go from strategy to implementation in your business. And I believe it's okay to do it in its most simple way, right? But I also believe we need to automate, systematize, and streamline. In a nutshell, I work with female CEOs to get their SaaS on in their business. If you get it, simplify, automate, systematize, and streamline. I believe that every successful female CEO needs a little SaaS in her life. All right, let's go ahead and jump in because, again, for the weekend edition, you guys are normally used to me showing up at 6 p.m. But on the weekends, I may record and send that out to you, or I may jump on live. And I just felt like jumping on live because it's day 40 and I made it. I didn't give up. So I thought I'd come on in and share some things with you. I'm going to go ahead now and provide you with 6, I would say, tips and steps. So it's a mix of tips and steps to guide you through the process of joining and actively, y'all, this is important, actively participating in supportive groups as you are on this journey as a successful female CEO. Y'all notice I put the word successful in front of all of them. Hey, Angel 6930. Thanks so much for joining. All right, y'all, let's dive into these 6 practical insights that will help you make the most of your journey as you choose the right group that you need to be involved with. Our topic of discussion today, or the title, is all about EmpowerHer connections, building supportive circles for success. So the first practical tip or mix of steps would be to choose your tribe wisely. We have to. This is not something that you should take lightly. I pay attention to everybody when it comes to how I'm connecting, down to networking and everything. Because one, I don't believe in networking just for the sake of networking. I believe in networking intentionally, with purpose, on purpose. I will leave organizations if I see that it's flatlining and that it's just all about Me. I believe when I'm in a group, if I'm around and I'm collaborating with people, that it should be something that benefits all of us, not just me. So being a part of a group is more than just a head count, because I've gotten involved with groups as well as big groups. I mentioned earlier to you all that I participated. I was just in a group setting training on a 5-day challenge. It had to be at least 630 something people there. But I'm telling you, it was so awesome. And you couldn't tell because everyone played a role in it, whether you were a VIP, whether you were in the general group, or whether you were in the premium group. Everything just flowed well because everybody mattered, right? And although it was a large group of people, you could tell it wasn't just about the head count. Things were done intentionally. It was all about being intentional about your choices, why you chose this group to get involved in, why you chose this group of people to help you launch more into the deep and truly leverage the things you needed to leverage so that you can grow your business. So, whether this group that you may consider being involved in, because remember, we're choosing our tribe wisely, the groups could be Facebook, a Facebook community. In fact, we were in a Facebook community with that particular challenge. It could be a LinkedIn group. It could be a forum. Okay. You just need to ensure that these groups, forums, no matter where they are, that they align with your business goals. It needs to align with it. If it doesn't, you're going to be frustrated. You're going to say it's not giving you what you need. What kind of mess is this? And sometimes it may not be a mess. It may just be something that you're not ready for or something that's just not part of your judge, right? So it's going to be extremely important that you intentionally make sure that you make the right decisions, the right choices with the groups that you join with the groups that you're going to be sharing your goals, your this God-given dream and goal with. Okay. Now remember, it's not just about numbers. To me, it's about finding that tribe or space where your unique brilliance, I guess for lack of better words, is not just about a celebration, y'all. It's about real deal growth. Because we get into these groups sometimes because we want people to do the rah rah, roo roo, and let's pump you up. I don't have time for that. It's more than a pump up. I am trying to be around people that's going to help elevate me, to help me take my life and my business to the next level. So I'm encouraging you to do just that. Now, that's practical tip or step. Remember, it's a mix of tips and steps. Number one. Okay. Let's move on to number two. When you find this group or forum that you're going to be in that's going to help you leverage and grow in your business, because it's about sustainable growth, you really need to be an active participant. You really do, right? You got to remember that joining is just the beginning and everybody's watching. It's the real deal. And if I was to use a statement, and although I don't like the word or the terminology magic, I would just say the real magic happens when you are an active participant. It's not just about showing up, but you got to put some skin in the game. You need to actively get involved, right? Even if you don't necessarily want to tell people how you do what you do, even though, I mean, there's nothing new under the sun, take the time to maybe share your wins because it may become an encouragement for somebody else. Maybe use the environment to ask for advice, right? Use the environment to contribute your expertise. You never know who's in that group that might need your services, but because you openly participated or you actively participated, you end up gaining new clients, building new relationships, literally collaborating and being around people that can help you push through on this journey as a female CEO. And I always like to put as a successful female CEO. Don't be a spectator. That's all I'm saying. Okay. We need you to truly actively participate, in my opinion. The more you invest in the community, the more you'll gain, in a nutshell. Think of it, y'all, as a collaborative brainstorming, I guess, session where ideas kind of flourish from everyone, right? You're bringing your part, they're bringing their part. Everybody's bringing something to the table. that not only can help themselves, but they can help others. So as you pick a group, remember that active participation is going to be key because it's going to help you grow and it's going to help somebody else grow. Now, let's move on to practical step or tip number 3. And for me, this one is a good one in this. All of them are important, but let me tell you, I go in and I'm identifying my goal allies. I really am within the groups, right? I'm looking and I'm going to see who I could possibly from this group possibly collaborate with on something else differently, do or does the things that these individual people that I may have my eye on, they may have said something that sparked something in me that's like, oh, I gotta get with that person, right? I listen to people, I look at the individuals who resonate with my objectives, right? And I quickly make sure that if I don't know them personally, y'all, I make the introduction myself. And you too, you should do that. You should connect with them. When you're inside groups, especially like the group that I was just involved in the last 5 days, I believe it's okay to develop friendships or relationships inside of groups. Okay. So connect with the other people. Look at those people that really resonate with you because it's not all 600 of them. Connect with that one that does. In a nutshell, it's okay to form smaller accountability circles within the circles. Okay. Again, that 600 plus group that I was in, that was a large group, right? But there's layers within layers that was in there. And trust and believe, I found people that truly resonated with me. I'm sure they found that I resonated with them, which also immediately wrapped up or gave us all that sense of collaboration that we can continue on. Now, I still believe when you're in these groups that you need to make sure or understand the importance of not collaboration, because we're talking about collaboration, of vetting them, right? And just because they resonated with you in the group, it doesn't mean you should just jump off and decide, hey, we need to do business with each other. Hey, come on and be on my show, or can you be, you know, uh, can I be a guest on your show? We need to build relationships, and then of course all of that will fall into play, right? But forming the smaller accountability circles within a circle, you get a chance to really, really see who people really are and really see if you're a fit for them and if they're the fit for you. So, whether you're that CEO aiming for strategic growth in your business or a coach who's focusing on client transformation, whatever this is, business service provider, coach or consultant, having allies or people who understand your journey, y'all, it's invaluable. It really, truly is. Hey, the training chick, how are you? Thanks so much for joining. Now, practical step or tip, y'all can tell I'm tired. I've been at church all day. Tip or step number 4 is when you're in these groups, the power of navigating through challenges together is golden. It is golden. Because I know that as a female CEO, you're going to go through some bumps and some bruises, and every journey truly has it, right? The beauty of groups and getting involved in them and being active is that you have this thing that I call collective wisdom, right? Collective wisdom to navigate through the challenges that you may run into as a business owner, not may, that you're going to have as a business owner. Don't be afraid to share your roadblocks, right? Whether it's something as simple as technical glitches that you're concerned about that you can't get with, you know, whether it's a strategic hurdle that you're having a hard time getting through, as a coach, because we run into them, right? Someone in that group has likely faced it before. And if you keep those roadblocks to yourself, how you gonna get the help that you need? One way that you can get it is paying somebody some serious money by, when you have an individual meeting with them. But you're in a group setting, take advantage of those settings. That's what they're there for. so that you all can kind of get on the same page together, judge together, deal with the roadblocks, ask questions, deal with the technical glitches. Hey, how do you do this? Which way is the best direction to do that? Don't don't separate yourself and be by yourself, especially when you're in a group. Take advantage of it, right? Because again, more than likely, somebody in that group has had the roadblock that you had. Somebody in that group has had the same struggle that you have. And when you use collective experiences to help you, it generally will smooth out this situation that you're running into, smooth out the path of frustration, smooth out the path of I wish I woulda, coulda, woulda, I wish I knew how to. When you open up and you're in group settings, oftentimes there's somebody in there that's willing to help you, but they don't know you need the help unless you open up. Hey, she is underscore unforgettable. How are you? Now, let's move on to practical tip number 5. I believe I got one more after this. And this to me is all about diverse perspectives. I had to put this in here. I believe that one of the strengths of being involved in groups or joining groups that can help you grow your business is to have that well rounded diversity, diverse perspectives. I believe you should embrace it. If you're not embracing it, that's going to be a problem for you. You got to think about it. Our other, I hate to use the term fellow because I speak to women more or less, but just for lack of better words, your fellow professionals might have insights that spark new ideas or challenge your existing beliefs. But I want you to understand as you're in here and you're going through this journey, don't take it or have the mindset that you're conforming to somebody else's ideas, right? Because it's not about conforming. It's about enriching the approach that you're dealing with. So this is why, to me, diverse perspectives is so important. I can't be in an organization or a group that doesn't show me that. I need it as a female CEO, as a female consultant, coach, service provider. I'm all of those. Okay. Seeing your business through a different lens can truly unveil untapped potential in a nutshell. It really can. Let me tell you, the light bulb was turned on so much these last 5 days. I really can't wait to get me some rest because my mind has been on 100, maybe 110 or 1,000 these last 5 days of the challenge that I was on. And being able to deal with a diverse group of people and listen to their perspectives on different things. Yeah, that light bulb turned on. The light bulb got a little dim in certain areas that I thought I should be in, and I didn't take it as negative. It helped me. It helped shine the light on it because oftentimes, as business owners, we will go into business or we will say we're going to do certain things, and we're doing it because we think it should be something that needs to be done. But when you get around a group of people in a group setting, you'll have people in there that'll kind of talk to you and go, "Well, tell me a little bit about that." Well, that doesn't really make sense. Well, how is this going to help XYZ? And it helps you look at it again from the lens, from a different lens, not on this. So oftentimes for me, I now, not now, but I've been doing it for years now, I understand the importance of making sure that the programs that I create, the people that I help, I think of it from the space of not just their pain points, but I think of it from the space of how can what's the solution that I have, my services, my products, my business has to help that individual person? I always come in and I share with you all how I talk about, I'm the strategy lady, business systems and implementation strategist, and how I generally work with overwhelmed female CEOs. Why do I do that? Because I remember being overwhelmed. I'm a mother of 5 and a grandmother of 5 and 2 grand dogs. I got what, 3, 4, 3 of them are grown, 35, soon to be 29, 24. The other two, he's 19, he's in college, and the other one is 17. I know what it feels like to be all over the place, running a business, being a wife, being a mother. running a business, and at one point working a full-time job and running my business like it was full-time. I knew what it felt like to be overwhelmed. So thank God he gave me the tools and the knowledge, and helped me craft something to be able to help myself first. And now I share with other people. That's that 4-step framework: SAS, simplify, automate, systematize, and streamlining your business for sustainable growth. But it took me also being in groups to help me get through this. Because originally SAS stood for strategic, being strategic, taking action, and creating your own signature system. But I quickly realized a lot of people couldn't create a signature system because they was overcomplicating everything. And because they were overwhelmed, they couldn't do it either. So it took me simplifying things for myself, but recognizing once I simplified, I was able to see what it is I needed to automate to make life easier for me, the things that I needed to systematize, and of course, streamline so that my business can begin to grow. But I promise you, y'all, I didn't come on this idea by myself. First, it was from God, as He helped me switch what SAS meant to also being involved in groups, talking with people, going out in clubhouse rooms, groups, places that would help me really hone in on things that I needed to allow me to take my business to the next level. The power of groups, I believe, is something that you just cannot live without, in my opinion. Really can't. Now, I mean, you may feel like you can. I mean, that's your business. I'm just being real. Why do this by yourself? It's crazy. It's crazy. The power of groups and teams is awesome. I can't live without it. Now let's move on to practical tip number 6. And this is the last one. And that is being involved in groups or forums. Y'all, you can leverage your expertise and leverage resources. I kind of touched on it a little bit up there. To me, groups are a treasure trove of expertise. It's a lot going on in there. When I need advice on how I can streamline my processes, or how does this book title sound, or what do you think about this challenge? Does it make sense? Again, someone's been there and someone can help me. I don't have to do it by myself, and I don't have to figure it out by myself. I don't have to go out there and start promoting something and then sit here and cry and wonder why it's not working. Or, oh my God, nobody signed up for this. To me, a group allows you to test the market. It allows you to put something out there and people to tell you if it's something they want and need. Because it's not about you, it's about the other people. It's about what they want, what they need. Now, we know it's going to take you to help them get from point A to point Z with this thing. But being in a group allows you to really, really share your expertise, ask people about certain things that can help you really, really move further in that direction that you want to establish that goal that you need to. Because again, someone else has already been there, right? So if you're seeking guidance, and you need clarity and you need that checkup from the neck up, let me help you get realistic on this thing. Be real, right? Being in groups is going to be extremely helpful. I believe that they really truly help you really see the real deal. And if you're in the right group, it'll help you really, really recognize what it is that may be a good thing or a not so good thing, right? So recognize, using that word again, the wealth and knowledge of the resources, y'all, that are available in a group setting. Recognize the value of it. And if you're not involved in one, do some research and get involved in one. Take that pressure off of yourself of thinking that you need to do this thing solo, because you don't have to. If you're doing it solo, that's a choice. And when you're doing it solo, you're going to be very low in this journey, and you'll probably want to give up sooner than later. Now, that's actually one of that's actually going to be the homework assignment that I'm going to give you all. But before I provide you with or close out on today's segment of day 40 of the strategic Leadership Mastery Series. I want to invite you, if you're a female CEO who wants to be involved with other like minded female CEOs, if you're watching here on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, you can see on the screen a link. And for my IG peeps, I invite you to go over and check out GYSO community.letstalkstrategies.com. That stands for Get Your Sass On. I'm all about, again, working with female CEOs to get your sass on, not just in your business, but in your life. I believe, again, that every female CEO needs a little bit of sass in your life. Of course, you all, I've already explained to you what sass stands for. It stands for simplifying, automating, systematizing, and streamlining in your business. If you are overcomplicating things and you need a bit of help, come on over and join us over in the Get Your Sass On community. Again, check it out by going to GYSO community.letstalkstrategies.com. We'd love to have you over there. And if you think that this group is not the fit for you, by all means, join somebody's group. It's not going to hurt my feelings. Get in a group so that you can help take yourself to the next level. Continue being empowered. This is why I chose to call this day 40's session of the Strategic Leadership Mastery Empower Her Connections, because I work with women, and building supportive circles for success. It's not just about me. So if I'm not your judge, get with somebody that is, okay? But by all means, join a group. Get involved in a group so that you can help take your life and your business to the next level as it pertains to this business thing and not feel like you got to do it alone because it's not necessary. It really truly isn't. So, in closings, ladies, I've really just truly scratched the surface of what I consider the profound impact of joining a group, right? And how it can help you along on this professional journey. So, your homework, of course, is going to be to explore groups that align with your God given dream or goals. Okay. Like I said, my group, Get Your Sass On, may not be your part, but by all means, get involved in something that's going to help take that weight off of you. Explore potential groups that align with your goals, right? Dive into them, introduce yourself, and let the connection happen, right? Walk in it. I promise you it's going to be beneficial. Now, I do want to invite you to come back and join me for day 41. I'm still tripping, y'all. I made it 40 days. 40 days of either going live or showing up via video. So that meant I still had to record every day, right? Or if I batched them. But to be honest, y'all, I ain't batching nothing. I just been coming at it. Coming at it. Thank God he's giving me the vision, the goals, and the knowledge to do this. But I would be excited and even more happy to see you join me for tomorrow on day 41 as we dive deeper into refining our leadership skills. Our title, or the title of this entire series, is Strategic Leadership Mastery. I believe that every female CEO needs to be strategic in her moves, and we're leaders because we are female business owners, consultants, coaches, whatever positive thing you want to call yourself. But I also believe in this journey that we need to master whatever it is that we decided to go into business as. You need to master it. If you're a coach, you need to master that thing. If you consider yourself just a female CEO, girl, you got a lot to master, right? If you're a consultant, you definitely need to master it. You're dealing with corporations, you're dealing with a lot of different things. Master that skill set, master that God-given thing that he gave you, and watch what you get out of it. Watch what happens. I believe the only thing you can get out of that is success. Now, as we wrap up, y'all, I want to say embrace the strength of unity. And remember that your success is not just a solo melody. It's not. It's a journey crafted with the harmonies of a tribe, because I believe it takes a tribe. So stay empowered, y'all, and stay connected. This is Danette Moss, business systems and implementation strategist, aka the strategy lady, over at Let's Talk Strategies, where I work with 6 and 7 figure female CEOs. I enjoy working with them to get them out of that hustle and bustle of feeling overwhelmed about everything that they put their hands on. I'm all about working with them to put their business on rinse and repeat. In a nutshell, I work with them to go from strategy to implementation. It's time to take action, ladies. And one actionable step you need to take is get involved in groups. Stop being the solopreneur and go ahead and collaborate and watch the beauty and watch how things can really, really take your business to the next level. Y'all take care now. Bye for now.